So he may, I don't know.
Good
I don't
luck.
know. He may or may not. He said he was going to try to go and do the drive. He said it was, you could buy it at 8. They're closed at 8 though. And he was going to try to do the drive up at 9.
You could buy
okay.
it 8 online, or can you go there and get it? Because when I went there,
That's what he was hoping. That's what he was hoping.
They would not let it go until tomorrow.
I'm getting an echo.
Oh,
I don't have a speaker on, so
Who's getting an echo?
hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. It's gone now. We're good now.
okay.
I've got my headphones. I don't know. It's still there.
That's
Is it
weird.
still there?
I don't hear it.
I don't have anything. I've got
I
my
don't hear
headphones
it
in.
either.
No, it's not. It's still there. This is cuckoo.
Do you have the YouTube
Just
open
on
by
me.
chance? By
Yes, that might be it. You could be right. Yes, John figured it out.
there you go. That's why
I had the YouTube feed turned up.
That's why I'm the tech guy here, right?
Oh,
Good thing you're here.
thank goodness. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's see which one. There's that one. There's that one. Okay, let's get this thing going.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Whoops,
That was
sorry.
awesome.
I'm sorry. Anyways, I was a little excited there because I was really happy with that intro. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, the music came from Epidemic Sound. So it's a combination of all of that stuff in order to get that to come out that way. And you can see I'm no longer under DNA. Yes, I am no longer under DNA, so I can say I officially do not have the Mavic Mini, or excuse me, the DJI Mini 2. Nope, I don't have it, so because I'm no longer under DNA. So glad to have everybody here, and welcome to Drone Therapy Season 4, Episode 42, Color and Comments. I didn't want to say color comments, so I was kind of something creative. And our special guest tonight, as you can see, is Mr. Al Diaz. So, Al, would you like to tell some people about what you do for a living, other than, well, what you do on the drone side of the field?
What do I do on the drone side? I am a Part 107 drone pilot, and I do it part-time. It supplements my income. I work for the Fremont Unified High Schools district. I work with special needs students. I'm actually a job coach, kind of like, mentoring them and making sure they learn the skills of how to work in the workforce. But outside of that, that's kind of what I do. Been doing drone stuff for the past 4 years. I've been Part 107 since, I think I was the second wave of people that went and took the test.
Very, very cool. So let me see. That's kind of cool that you do that, because we actually run an adult family home for developmentally disabled people. And my daughter has Down syndrome, so we actually are working with the job coach to get her a job into the workforce and do things like that. So I actually know pretty much everything you do, and you probably have a good idea what I do.
Oh yeah, I've been doing it for the last 20 years, and I did coach football for 17 years.
Wow, I never did anything quite that cool. So quick run through of the chat. We can see at the very beginning we have Bob Casey coming in and saying howdy. Jay Bird drone shots, howdy sir. Kenneth McNutt, Mana FPV. If Paul was here, he'd be going crazy right now. Kenny Cardoso from Cardoso Media, good to have you here, sir. DeMarco from FSU grad 03, good to see you, sir. Bob multiple times saying howdy, howdy, howdy. Kenny saying hi and talking to the crowd. Metro Drones, another William in the house. Glad to see you, sir. Hot Rod in Daytona. Hi, we're waving back. And we're good going. Hey, and Phantom Flight 101. Herman, good to see you in the house. And we're glad to see Herman's on the mend because he wants to get out there and fly without any pain in the foot. And John, how you doing, John?
Good. I'm doing good. I've been doing some flying. We've had some good weather this week. You know, it was pretty cold and crappy before, but doing good, doing good. It's good that Al's here. I got a few questions as well.
What kind of what have you been flying?
A lot of FPV. I've been doing more FPV this week, taking micros, the world of micros.
Al, by chance, have you taken the jump into the FPV arena?
I've been flying FPV, not consistently because I had analog and I switched to the DJI goggles, went digital, and I've been flying. I've been flying every day, man.
Oh, nice.
Well, see that. Now, here's the thing. John is, and this is my compliment to him, and I would put him right up there. This is why I say this. John is a poor man's Bardwell, and there's no. I mean, I would pretty much match his brain with Bardwell right now. I mean, John Cuppi is the equivalent of Bardwell. He just doesn't.
That's too kind, Bill.
He doesn't have the following that Bardwell has.
I'm humbled. I'm very humbled.
So if you have any FPV questions, or as we saw earlier, or heard earlier, John is a fantastic tech guy in the computer field. When you figure out that old guys that don't hear well or see well anymore realize that they had the YouTube turned on. Where's that echo coming from? I don't know. I'm not hearing it.
I have some questions for John's with FPV. I don't know if he's done it yet. The naked camera, naked GoPro.
I've not done the naked GoPro thing yet. No, I'm really thinking about doing it though. Probably at some point in the next couple months, maybe early next year. Because if I get one of those long range units, it's best to throw one of those naked GoPros on there. You know, you ever see those 4-inch long range? Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got to have a naked GoPro for those. And it never really appealed to me to get a naked GoPro and throw it on like a micro that I know I'm going to end up crashing probably. But the long range cruisers, generally you're not going to be crashing those. So now I feel like I kind of have a reason to throw one on there.
I took the attempt on doing it, and unfortunately, I broke the first camera, which was a refurbished one, and I got a refurbished Hero 7 or Hero 7 Black, and I fried that one. So
that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm really worried about, and the quality control too of some of the conversion kits that come out there. Some of them are not great either. I've seen people post that there's pads bridged on the unit that shouldn't be, so they plug stuff in, they fried their stuff just from what comes from the factory. So that's another hurdle. I really hope that we get a better. I really hope that someone actually makes a camera so that we don't have to do that stuff.
Yeah, I hear you on that one.
Okay, what are y'all were talking about FPV? Cool.
We're talking about FPV stuff.
Mm-hmm. You know, and Jaybird was asking, is anyone here getting the Mini 2?
I just came from Best Buy. 2 of them. One had the Mini 2, and I could not buy it from them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They didn't have the fly more. But they told me if I showed up tomorrow at 10, I can have the only one they have.
Very
I'll
nice.
be there tomorrow at 10.
Very nice. Now, Al, what other camera drones do you have?
I've had them all, and I kind of sell them and rotate them. I had the Inspire 1, the Inspire 1 V2, the Inspire 2, the Phantom 4 Pro, Phantom 4.
Okay,
pretty much all. The Mavic Air.
Okay, I'm curious. So what about the Mini 2 interests you? Is it...
I like the original one, so much so that I sold it. But the only problem was 2 things. It couldn't fly very well when it's windy. And the second was the Wi-Fi. It wasn't very good. So I always told myself if they got OcuSync that I would definitely purchase it regardless of its ability not to be able to fly in strong weather. You know,
we were talking. I was in it because he just recently joined Facebook, and then all this hullabaloo started over the Mini 2, and I'm like, so I send him a link, and he goes, well, if it has OcuSync, I'm sold. And then like 2 days later is when we got that the side panel that said OcuSync, and that was it.
Yeah,
because that was what sold pretty much like a bunch of people, you know.
Oh yeah,
it's the one drone I could put in the saddle in my motorcycle and ride around with it. I've done it with other drones, but it's just the other drones, even though they're small and they're compact, it's a tight fit. You can't put other things in there. What's up, Curtis?
Curtis has been doing a lot of unique stuff. So make sure you go over and hook up with Curtis on Facebook and his YouTube channel and his variety of other channels so that you can get back to his interesting new artwork that you have to experience and find out how to get there on your own. I'm not gonna go any further than that, but you need to get with Curtis on that. Some really unique artwork.
Graphic arts.
Yes, he does. So you've seen the works that the new works that I'm speaking of?
I haven't seen the new works, but I've seen other things he's done, like for Philly Drone Life, for Michael.
Oh, okay. Well, these are more of an adult nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're very, very well made. So that's awesome with that. Okay, so what? Any more questions between each other?
No.
See what's going on.
That was my curiosity with FPV in terms of
what part of what? Okay, so what you're flying? You know,
right now I have the Evo 2 Pro. Just sold the Mavic Mini. I have the Mavic 2 Pro, which is my workhorse, and I do a majority of my work with that for Part 107. Phantom 4 Pro. I have the Cinego for the Mega B, and the Beta 95X.
Ooh.
Those are mine.
So, have you got anything new in the FPV arsenal, John?
Anything new? There's some stuff on the way. I've got the Happy Model Crux 3 on the way. I'm really eager to try that one. It's like a little 1 and 2 cell ripper. For me personally, I finally got a chance to try that Emax kit, the Ready to Fly kit.
Oh, very cool.
And I talk about it all the time. I tell people go get this kit, but I've never actually tried it for myself. And when I saw Sean Oz give it a shot, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get one of these and see how this whole experience is. I kind of wanted the Tiny Hawk 2 anyway, so yeah, that was interesting.
Mike's fighting and learning to set up a ghost receiver.
Well, you know what? Power to him for being willing to be a first adopter of that system. You know, you guys are going to be the pioneers to figure out all the stuff, and while they work out the kinks, I'm sure it's not going to be a perfect experience right off the bat, but I'm sure you'll get it sorted.
Well, the thing as to the Mavic Mini 2, I was looking. It's not actually available anywhere near me, and I would think with the city being like 25 miles away, you know, it would be, but it's not.
Can you purchase on the DJI website?
For sure.
Okay. You're probably waiting a little longer than you want.
But what's crazy is, here's the thing, is Manuel walked into a store, saw it on a shelf. We've seen other videos where people walked into the stores and it's been on the shelf. And now, you know, multiple places don't have it on the shelf, especially, you know, I'm beginning to wonder if it wasn't planned, if they said, okay, you know, put them out, see if somebody buys them. I'm going to say it till hell freezes over. I'm going to say it till hell freezes over. Because the only other thing they did was put up that picture, man.
Bill, DJI is pissed. They are pissed. This is not a plan. Oh my goodness. They are pissed off.
It's
Best Buy. They put the drones out before they were supposed to do it. It caused a big stink. Supposedly more than one Best Buy employee said, yeah, we got a memo that if any of us do this again, there will be serious consequences from Best Buy corporate. There's pictures from Best Buy employees that they put out.
Okay, but here's the thing. Seriously, what are they going to do besides fire you?
I mean, that's enough. Look, but the truth is, you know, this is actually most people don't realize this, but this is actually the second leak out of Best Buy from about a DJI product. They leaked the Ronin SC2, I believe it was, that just came out. They accidentally put it on their website or something, I believe. So this is now the second time that a DJI product was leaked through Best Buy. I feel like that the problem exists with Best Buy not communicating to their employees what should be released, and they're just throwing stuff out there. The people are just putting stuff up without paying attention to the contracts.
So Mike
could it be possibly planned? I think it's maybe planned.
No. John's telling me I'm wrong.
No way.
No, you don't think so?
No way. No,
The fact that I mean, think they didn't spend any money, man. How brilliant would it be? I mean, they could just say it. They can say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna play it up. We're gonna be all pissed off. We're all gonna be mad. We're gonna act like." But here, I mean, think of how brilliant it is. They let one go out the store. He puts up a video, and the thing about it was that video got raped. It got ravaged by YouTube. It blew up everywhere, and he didn't even get all the views off of that thing. And DJI got all that free publicity, and all they had to do was put up that thing with that big paper airplane, and they're like, "Woo! Take it to the bank."
I totally get that, but dude, I was saying, they have YouTube influencers that do this stuff for free. They send it out to them so they can make their DJI affiliate money, and they get it all. And those people get millions of views to their videos. I just don't think that they needed to create some kind of leak. Hey, Ron, what's going on, man? Did you have any luck?
I'm late.
Did you have any luck, sir, getting the Mini too?
Well, my luck is, I couldn't get through to anybody at my Best Buy store, so I didn't want to make it like a kind of hour round trip and come back empty-handed. So I have pre-ordered, and mine's coming Friday. I could pick it up tomorrow, but I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. But mine will be at my door on Friday. But the good news is Marcus Crawford is at his local Best Buy now, and they will let him buy it and bring it home tonight at whatever 8 p.m. his time is. He's in the great state of Idaho.
Interesting.
I didn't have that luck, Ron, when I went. I just came back from the Best Buy, 2 of them. One of them had it, and their only one, and they brought it out to show me. And I told them, okay, let's go ring it up. And they told me, no dice. And I was like, okay, well, where's your manager? I am the manager. So what can you do for me? I can hold it for you. So he said he'll hold it for me till tomorrow, and I have to be there at 10.
I just did a check. Did a check online to see if my local Best Buy has it, and they're saying no. And they're also saying that I can order now, and a Best Buy that's, I believe, like an hour away from me will have it ready for pickup by Tuesday, November 10th. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Well, now, my store's stock. They only had 2 in stock. So, like when I was just on the computer, it would say order fast. There's only 2 in stock. But when I chose the option of having it shipped to the house, that didn't matter because I guess it's not necessarily coming from my order.
Gotcha. Yeah, my local Best Buy is not showing that anything is in stock online.
And John, you're from New Jersey like I am. Marcus may have the nicest people in the world at his Best Buy, but when you live in New Jersey, it's a tough. We got a tough crew in New Jersey here, right?
That's true. That's right. The competition
people aren't nice like this. Nice Midwestern folk. Well, now. It's a. You know what I mean? In New Jersey, people are hard. You know how it is.
They'll run you right over, Ron. They'll literally run you over in the store, and that's it. I know. I get it.
So I don't have to. You're the one person I don't have to explain the New Jersey mentality to, right?
I know. Isn't it?
Al dropped it.
So proud of our state, right? Al's gone, dude. Al just.
No, this happened to me yesterday when I was on Jim's show. It just cut out. So
it just cut out.
That's weird, it's my connection.
We kind of just played it like nothing happened. So,
you guys did a great job of it.
I've never been to a show with Al before. I want to say it's great to meet you, Al. I really enjoy your channel and the work you do. Whatever, I'm a big fan, Al. I really am.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate it.
About how he wishes that the 107 field actually gave him enough of an income to where he could quit his full-time job. But it subsidizes his income.
Yes, it subsidizes. There's not very much work because it's oversaturated. A lot of people got their 107, at least around here.
Well, yeah.
So I was actually going to ask Al, what is the majority of your 107 work?
To be honest with you, a majority of it is construction progress monitoring.
Interesting.
Working with Inspect Deploy, taking pano pictures and stitching them together in PT GUI, cardinal positions of the build, and either I go out there weekly or bi-weekly or monthly.
That's really cool. It's
pretty cool. But it's far and few between. There's not much of it. I mean, it comes when it comes. There's a lot, and then there's a dry spell. And then I'll do some inquiries pop up, and I'll do some real estate stuff. I love The Mandalorian, by the way. But yeah, that's where it's going.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. It's funny you mentioned that because I literally just stitched together a before and after video of some excavation that I got going on literally behind my house. They're finally blowing away all the nice open field, the forest, all that stuff. I just literally stitched a little one together today. Not a job, just for fun. I did it for fun.
Oh, okay. Are you 107 too, John?
No, I don't have a 107. I'm all hobbyist. I've never done any jobs for paid. Not even under the table or anything. Like I've never done it. Part of the reason why is because I've looked before and I feel like the rates that some of these people expect me to come out and do a job are just like ridiculous. It's almost like not even worth my time. Have you faced some people who are cheap per se?
If I could make a living off inquiries, I would have a lot of money. But yeah, most of them try to lowball you, and that's why I don't do real estate. I do the commercial real estate, and so at occasion I'll bid on jobs on Drone.io, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I know some friends who have done it, and it's unbelievable what I see some of these real estate agents do to them. Like they'll take the photos or they'll take the video and then they'll complain about it afterward. They'll want to lower the agreed on price, and it's like, I still drove out there, did all this work, and now you're trying to lower the price because the pictures weren't perfect because maybe the sun wasn't perfect, or maybe it was raining or something, and I couldn't get all the video. It's like, come on, it's still time, but these people will argue about it, and it's just sad.
Yeah, I haven't run into any of those yet, thank God. But recently had a gig with God, I can't even remember, with Forbes magazine, and I had to actually contact me and did another reshoot. And at the last minute on that day, I got a call saying it was rescheduled, and they'll call me back. So
that's happened too.
On it.
That's happened too, and and if you cleared time for your real work to be able to do that job, now you just lost double money. So it's terrible.
Fortunate I got tons of sick time, so when that happens.
And then the other thing is too, like, there's a risk when you go out and do this stuff commercially. There's a risk every time we fly our drones, like, and you're close. You're flying around somebody's property. You're literally flying around somebody's house. What if something does happen and it's windy? Like, one of my friends was out and he was filming and he's like, guys, it's so windy today. He's like, I'm actually worried that like maybe the drone will become unstable or whatever. Right. Yeah, it's like I'm thinking of just not even taking off, but the realtor really wants the pics today. So, and they're like, I already spent the money, the gas to drive out here to do this and get all set up. So it's like, but now I'm going to risk my drone and everything, and that's the insurance stuff. Do you do anything with respect to insurance when you do a shoot? Or no?
I do insurance if I have, like I said, the construction jobs and there's a ton of them. I usually buy it by the month, and if it slows up and jobs are not as frequent and I get jobs here and there, I'll do it by the flight.
Gotcha. So, who do you use for per flight? Because I remember there's
Sky. Which one do I use here? Let me go on my phone. I should know this offhand.
Yeah, I probably use the same one Al does.
Let's see. I use Skywatch.
Okay.
I use Drone Verify. You could usually fly. Most places you usually get $1 million insurance for like $10 an hour.
You mean Verify?
Verify.
I have them on my phone too.
Yeah.
Verify. Verify.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
Verify. Yeah, that's it.
Is Verify letting you do it monthly, Ron? Or
I don't know.
Switched to.
If I'm ever flying at a place where I think I could do some damage, it gives you the rate by where you are. Like, it'll know where you are, give you a rate, and it's usually almost all the time the rate's $10, and I got an hour to fly.
4 o'clock in the morning in Greece, and Alex is here.
That's a loyal fan.
What's up, Dad? Good to see you.
So I could break a lot of windows for $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you see that,
something tells me. I tell you what, when I see that, something tells me it's not that simple. You know what I mean? It's just not that simple. But you gotta have something, right? Especially when you're on a job like that. So
he's got his in hand.
Who's that? Is he drone
has his Mini 2 in hand.
God, Best Buy, how did they do me like that? I'm so mad.
Yeah, really. It's crazy.
Well, while you were going out, you missed John and I talking like in New Jersey. We're both from New Jersey. New Jersey's a hard state, hard people in there. You must have the guy you ran into must have been from New Jersey in your California store. You got a hard case out there.
I guess so.
Yeah, New Jersey.
I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm a native New Yorker. So
there you go.
I wasn't giving up on it.
You know New Jersey. It's basically the same place. Yeah.
Bronx is probably way tougher than a lot of areas in New Jersey. Depends on where you're from.
It all depends, John. What part of New Jersey's in?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and give the impromptu shout out to the other channel here. Your sister's ass.
Oh God.
I felt like saying that tonight. I was finding Mavic Mini 1 down at the beach. I was getting that wind warning. As soon as I took up there, it was giving me the high wind. I felt like saying, you give me the wind warning every second, almost every second. And it wasn't even that windy.
I hate those high wind warnings. I hate those.
It's not even that windy.
Yeah.
I know. I can't stand them. That was the first thing I did when I hacked the firmware on my Mavic Pro 1. I turned that crap off. That you can turn it off if you hack it. Yeah, you can turn it off.
Hacked. We don't do such things.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I take back the hardware that I paid for to allow me to fly it without DJI's blessings. I apologize.
Hey, Al can confirm this, John. If you buy an Evo 2 Pro, you won't have to worry about any wind warnings.
That's
true.
You
don't. And the Wi-Fi is pretty strong on it.
Did you see what Osita said about the Autel Evo Pro?
Osita knows about Autel now?
Yeah, wow. He's got one, and he said even the Mavic Air 2's image is better. It's just got a little more ghosting. And he's like, I was like, wow. Oh wait, let's see. And
I can't compare. I don't have the Air 2, so
I love the Air 2. It's great.
It's a phenomenal drone.
The Air 2 is a phenomenal drone, but you take it up once the sun starts going down and digital noise all over the place. So you don't see that on the Evo 2 Pro.
You don't see that on the Mavic 2 Pro or the Mavic Pro. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, the Air 2, I guess the Fly app, it kind of pissed me off recently because where I live, I'm just like on the edge of a 400-foot zone. So I can get clearance from the FAA to fly, right? But I'm stuck in DJI's little freaking bow ties. So I can only get an altitude of 60 meters because of the bow tie. Even though, according to the FAA, I could literally fly out into class, I believe it's Class G. Yeah, Class G. I can literally fly out to Class G. DJI says, you're in our bow tie. You can't go above 60 meters. It's just annoying. I never had that problem with the Go 4 app. The Go 4 app would warn you that you were in the bow tie, but you could still do what you wanted as long as you were cool. As long as you're outside the Class D.
I had some of those. I had a job near the airport, Class C airport, and I got permission to fly there. Went through all the proper channels, did everything.
Does anybody want?
Drone didn't launch, and that was my P4P.
Well, that's why I hear that if you're Part 107 and you do jobs, you have to have another drone besides your DJI, because unfortunately you can't depend on it to take off if you're stuck in a weird location.
No.
Does anybody care if Kenneth gives away a license to drone hacks?
I would love it. In fact, send it to me because my Mavic Air 2 could use some hacking.
Now everybody's like,
so give it to me. Give it away to me.
I have a P4P that has legacy firmware on it.
There you go.
I'd love to hack that thing.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. I mean, look, that's a perfect example of a reason why I would just love to hack the restrictions off. Like, DJI is not allowing me to fly in a safe manner because they're restricting me by this bow tie that has nothing to do with the FAA, has nothing to do with LAANC clearance. I can get my clearance. I should be able to fly where I want to fly at the altitude I want to fly. Don't put me in this stupid bow tie arbitrarily. You know, that has pissed me off. But, you know, I guess it is what it is.
It's like a governor switch on your car.
Right. It's like having a governor switch on my car. You know, let me deal with it.
Okay, here's some BS, right? I'm talking to Manuel right now, and he can't activate the drone.
I figured when the Fly app update came out today, the iOS update came out between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I figured that everybody that got early would be flying it by now.
The camera is there.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's showing on the app.
I fixed it.
We got.
Well, you probably can't see it.
Android, and yeah, Android and iOS now.
So the apps have updated. Wait, I got a question. Did the app update, or did it just appear on the day?
No, it updated.
It physically updated. Okay.
Updated. And that's what I'm saying. I'm talking to Manuel right now, the guy that actually got the Mini, and he can't activate it.
Oh, wow. Even with the app being updated. That sucks.
They screwed him, man. That's just, I'm wondering, come on. I don't want to go conspiracy again.
Yeah, because then you and me are going to have problems.
But he says, that's what I'm telling him. He says, yes, but I still have the activation prohibited message.
Wow.
I'm like, that's bullcrap. All the apps are updated. And he says, I spoke with Sport earlier, and they told me that I had to wait for the Mini to be it has been.
I think it's officially released tomorrow here in the States.
Oh, he said it had to be released on their website.
Oh, okay.
He said I had to wait for the Mini 2 to be officially released on their website. That's crazy. I feel like dragging him back in here and going, dude, we'll get you flying, you know? But then he couldn't because he needed his phone. So we wouldn't do a thing good.
Here we go. Rhino was asking, so did DJI basically kill the Spark? Seems like now that the Mavic Mini line has replaced it. I feel like the Spark users did have good valid reason for sticking with a Spark, but now with the Mini 2, those specs kind of just blow it all out of the water.
The Spark was a tank, though, man.
It was, and if you've got one, it's still a great drone. But
you're not going to have batteries for it.
There were actually advantages.
49-gram drone is the problem.
Right. There were actually advantages that the Spark had that the Mavic Mini didn't. That I guess some people made it worth keeping. Now I think it's a really, really hard argument if you're in the market for a new drone.
Spark's a little bit more robust, isn't it? I never had a Spark. I'm assuming it's a little bit more robust and not toyish like.
It's
the only thing I
heavier.
don't like about the Mini.
It's heavier, and it does have obstacle avoidance sensors too. A lot of people don't realize that it avoids obstacles.
Yeah,
but it's a tank, man. It's
built
like a rock.
Plastic and metal, not the light plastic that the Mini is. But we all know why that happened. It's 249 grams. They could never turn the Spark into a 249-gram drone.
No. It's the kind of drone that you could slam into the side of a building at 30 miles an hour, and it would probably still fly afterwards.
You just need extra props.
Yeah, that's it. More props. That would be it. The motors might have a little scratch, a little ding on it, but the you wouldn't break arm. It took a lot to break a Spark arm. A lot.
And it had obstacle avoidance. So, the first time I took out the Spark, to tell you the truth, I was a little reckless. I almost flew it into a tree branch just off to the side, but it stopped me. I was like, oh, wow, this Wi-Fi lags a lot compared to my Mavic Pro 1.
But of course, you know that what Bill could help me out here. When the Spark first came out, I'm not talking Flywheel kit. I'm just talking the drone was like $699, right? It was priced a lot higher than we're paying for these minis.
It was, absolutely.
When it first came out. I mean, it got discounted later on down the road. It was an expensive drone compared to what we have now. And
it didn't come with a controller, Ron. Do you remember that? It didn't come with a controller.
Exactly. But only for the first couple months when DJI saw nobody was buying that kit, then you didn't see that kit anymore.
Oh,
that's a good question.
Interesting.
I don't think it would.
I bet it does. I bet they will. What do you think?
Think they fit? I think the lens is a little bit bigger on the camera on the Mini, isn't it? Or is it the sensor?
Is the sensor bigger or smaller? I don't know.
Nice. Good
I
question.
thought it was the same sensor basically, but with 4K enabled. Does anybody out there know? Anybody?
Cool.
I can't verify that the film will fit.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I had this, I have the Mini One box close by, and I got the specs. So you guys keep talking. I'm gonna grab the Mini One box, and we'll compare it to what the website says for the Mini Two.
And was the transfer rate 100 megabits on the Mini?
And it was on the Mini Two's 100.
Is it 100? I know the original Mini isn't.
No.
I thought was the original 100 too?
No, the original wasn't 100. That was low. I think it was like maybe 50, 60, maybe even lower than that.
I got the box here. I don't know if it tells you the bit rate on the side.
Is John talking?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
I'm just listening.
I thought I saw you moving your lips, and I was just like,
I did have a question on it. I'm thinking, are they going? Do you think they're going to sell the Mavic Mini 2 just by itself? And do you think there's a chance that we'd be able to bind it to, say, the Air 2 controller if you already own an Air 2? I mean, the controllers look the same, but I don't know. Are they? What?
I would assume they're saying, but you probably need a firmware updated.
They look the same, but they look the same. But I just wonder if we would be able to bind it to our or if this controller even supports it.
Okay, here's the thing. I bet you can, but I bet you're going to have to rebind it to each drone each use.
That may be the case. Which, I could live with that.
It's not that big a deal, really. I mean, it takes
how much is this controller by itself? Does anybody know what they sell this kind of thing for by itself? Because it may not even be worth it to just buy a bind and fly if you don't get a decent break on the price.
DJI Mavic.
Do they sell them separate?
I'm sure they do. Because what if you break yours? What if something happens?
Shopping.
I'm just kind of curious.
$160.
$160. I mean,
a lot cheaper than that's a lot cheaper than the
used one for $155. So let's say 130 to 160. So what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. That's a decent price. Might be a decent enough price break to have some people who want to bind and fly go for it.
No, I've never heard of it or seen it. Super Patcher 2.0, no.
Have
you guys?
I've heard of it before.
Be safe and don't type and drive so that you will get home with the Mini 2.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't speed.
Yes, holler at us when you get home and you're safe.
Hello to Captain Ray Kelly. See him in the chat.
Captain Ray Kelly. That's Ron's line. Isn't it? Isn't that Ron?
I'm sorry, I was losing the chat.
Captain Ray Kelly.
Ray Kelly.
You got to get a new fork, man.
John, you're like me. I have my dinner right over here to the right.
Yeah, I'm not very discreet about it, though.
Hey, John, I want to congratulate you for being on the Drone Seeker Sunday. It was a good show.
Oh, thanks, Ron. Yeah, Steve.
I just watched it today, but it was a good show.
You've been on before, though, haven't you? I thought that.
I have. Yeah, I was brought on as a special guest. Yep, Steve and Marcus and Jackie and all them. They're great.
But I thought you had been on Drone Seekers before.
I have. This was my second appearance.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
It was very impromptu. Very impromptu.
That's cool. That's cool. I didn't watch Drone Seekers this weekend. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Oh, that's okay. I don't even know if I remember to message everybody about it. Like it was very impromptu. I was brought on as a special guest, super secret guest.
I caught the replay. I missed the live show.
A super secret special guest?
Yes.
Why were you secret? What did you divulge something that you were under DNA about?
Maybe so. No,
you gotta go watch the replay, Bill.
Yeah, you have to watch the replay.
Oh no, he's no longer under DNA. You can tell me now. See, I'm no longer under DNA. Just like at the beginning of the show when you were here, Rod, I told everybody I did not have the Mavic Mini 2 or the Mini 2.
Well, at least you didn't get beat up trying to get it at Best Buy like I did. You know, those Best Buy people, man, that whole DJI thing, that's scary.
John Cuppi is part of the DJI crowd control.
Yeah, I walked into Best Buy and I was like, where? I was like, I'm gonna buy this Mavic Mini thing, and they were all, we don't know anything about that. We never heard about that. And so I showed them Manuel's video, and they were like, that's a fake video. We never sold it. And then before I knew it, these Best Buy guys, they were on me. They dragged me to the back. They threatened me. They said, you don't say a word about it because we're in cahoots with DJI. This is our release. Don't screw it up. And they said to never come back to the store and ask about the Mavic Mini again. And
the last thing he remembered was Will Smith coming out saying, stay right here.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the thing is, nobody will believe me, but it really is a conspiracy between Best Buy and DJI. Nobody will believe
Here's the thing. John Cuppi works for DJI. He's part of their misinformation campaign when people figure shit out.
There you go. Bill has figured it all out, and I'm just here to get his Cheerios.
Okay. So we're thinking, okay, Ron, you got the box. What was the transfer rate?
It didn't say.
Okay. What about the sensor size?
It didn't say. I know it was a bad box.
I know it really was the worst box.
This is like when you ask,
HD video, GPS. It gives real basic stuff.
So I guess, Bill, this gives some credence to the conspiracy. You know, don't release too many details on the box because they're planning on leaking it.
Yeah, right. But what's weird is okay. You know, some people have got to have been able to fly their drone, but now DeMarco still can't fly his, and that makes no sense.
You mean Manuel can't fly?
Manuel, not DeMarco.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know.
DeMarco has it also.
What now?
DeMarco has it also.
DeMarco has it also. He can't fly his either. But anyway, Manuel, I guess because Manuel kind of reminds me of DeMarco. They kind of have that same demeanor. DeMarco.
Okay, that's interesting.
Demeanor DeMarco.
Al, I think we forgot about Al. Al is here. We kind of forgot about him and all this Mavic Mini craziness.
No, that's okay. No, don't even worry about me. I even told him.
He was like,
I even told Bill.
Mini too. Yeah, we're all good about that.
I'm not interested.
Interesting. The reason that you want it is because of OcuSync and supposedly handles wind better.
Yeah, but not by much, right?
Right.
I think it's a rating of 5.
For you, it's an easy drone to just throw in your bag and keep with you on while you're riding your motorcycle. You said,
right? Put it in the bags. Yeah,
put it in the bag,
which is not very big.
Right. Yes.
The Mini 2 is capable of professional work.
You know what? I've done jobs with the Mavic Air 1 indoor for a construction company, and they didn't care about the pixels. They just wanted to look good and for their stakeholders. And I did it, and I think it could be used. I mean, I don't see why not. Depends who you're working with and working for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so the Mini is 2. What were you mean? What, Mike? What were you meaning? I wasn't sure about that one. So that was something that Al has pointed out to a lot of people. That's part of what I wanted to bring up. There's a lot of people.
Al makes a good point. I made a little real estate video for somebody this summer, ground, and I did it with my iPhone on handheld gimbal, and the agent never asked what equipment I used. They just loved the video.
I see what Mike's saying. A lot of people wouldn't know the difference between 2.7 or 4K. Yeah, especially the people that would. Yeah, a lot of people that watch.
True.
I think a lot of people that watch drone videos, because let's be honest, most of the people that watch drone videos are people like us. It's not like there's a bunch of women all sitting around drinking coffee going, let's watch some drone video. Oh God, did you see? I don't see that happening. It's like, it's usually us and we're passing stuff around amongst ourselves, or we see a cool video. So, I think that after a period of time, we might notice it. But I mean, I get what he's saying. It's not 2.7 still gives you enough to crop down if you want to get a decent view or stuff like that. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the biggest reason is the OcuSync. It's a little bit stronger in the wind. I don't know if it's going to be a whole lot stronger because it's still on that smaller frame. They've done a little bit of redesign. The motors are. Do we have any information on what kV the motors are?
Well, I don't have information on the motor side, but I could tell you that in DJI's promotional video, they make a big deal about how good the drone is in the wind. So they're definitely pushing the fact that it's good in the wind. You watch a little promo video, they make a big deal about it being good in the wind.
Oh God, here come all the wind test videos.
Is it on the actual site?
Yeah, DJI's website, just on the main splash page. You just click watch video and get it. It's within a few seconds in, they're telling you how good it is in the wind.
Mini 2.
And Night Train is right. 5 rated wind. But he makes a good point, Night Train. Mike makes a good point. A lot of 107 pilots, they render in 1080. And if the client wants 4K, they're going to pay more.
Exactly. Whenever I do any ground-based realtor work, they always want 1080p for their websites and whatever. They don't want 4K. Too big a file, too slow to render on mobile stuff or whatever. They want 1080p.
So I will say this: I render tons of stuff in 4K before I upload it to YouTube, and part of the reason why is because even if you shoot something in 1080, and I think I've said this before, even if you shoot something in 1080 and you upload it to YouTube, YouTube crunches that bit rate so badly, you will actually end up with a better video, 1080p at 60, uploading it in 4K, than you would just uploading a straight 1080p because of how bad the bit rates are.
Y'all think I'll get a copyright strike for playing this?
No, go ahead, Bill. You're
Probably
good.
not.
So it's got optical zoom. Got 4x optical zoom. What if we're going to give us 8x?
They said, no win, no problem. Win, no problem.
Turn it up one time for the spotlight. Feel alive so high on the top. Radiating, the vibe is activating. All thing with a fresh swing. Yes,
Color profile looks better.
I'm pretty sure all those features won't be available for a couple of until a few months. Typical DJI. You don't get everything at once.
Okay. When they say level 5 wind resistance, with respect to what? What does that mean?
What I'm trying to. Here's my thing.
You're Googling it.
Set up that rating scale for drones.
John, I've heard people say that that's the Air 2 is rated at level 5. So if that's correct, this is rated at the same level the Air 2 is for wind resistance.
Right, but I'm just asking, like, what the hell does that mean? What is level 5?
I don't know if that's their own metrics or whether that's a standard from somewhere else.
That's what I was asking. Like, is there some standard that I was not aware of, or did they just make that up based on their own scale? And if they did, what are those parameters? That's what I'm curious about.
Right.
Well, again,
Nobody seems to know. Everybody's laughing.
Yeah, Indigo's like level 5. That cracks me up, man. Like, maybe they should just say it's level 100 wind resistance. But no.
Hey, John, what was the same X5's when resistance level minus 3 or something?
Oh man, it's probably like negative 100, Ron.
X5. Disclaimer at the bottom of the page. It says as per DJI wind test formulation program.
Okay, well there you go. Level 5.
Yes, and so and next week the DJI will change.
We'll never know that.
So they rated the Mavic Air 2 as level 5, and the Mavic Mini is also level 5.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, John. I mean, that's what I've heard through the grapevine. They have the same wind resistance.
Okay, so they're saying that the Mini 2 and the Air 2 have the same level of wind resistance. Interesting.
Right, but here's the funny part. They're saying that the original Mavic Mini was a 4, right?
Well, it must be a big difference.
Apparently-
That one thing must be a big jump.
There's
Oh,
only
yeah.
a reach between 4 and 5.
Yeah, it's a big step, Bill. It's a
Oh, man.
big boy pants on.
I guess that helps when you make the scale.
Wow. Wow.
We're not even sure how much bigger the motors are, or if they are.
Whew.
actually bigger.
That's what I really want to know, too. Like, what's the KV of the motors? What are we talking about here? And, what are we talking?
Yeah, and another thing, is the sensor actually bigger, or is it? Let's see. He messaged me again. Maybe he got it work. They are closed. I have to wait until tomorrow. That's BS.
I wonder if Johnny Drone Flyer got the Fly More bundle or
Yes.
just the non-Fly More.
I
think he got the Fly More.
He's
So
on
you
the
got the Fly
way
More?
now. And Greg Pittman, who we had on the show the other week, he also went to his Best Buy. He's the one that almost got it last week, but they stopped him just as he was about to pay for it and leave the store. He got his
Oh,
today.
wow.
Too. He's on the way home.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well,
Bill, remember I asked Manuel about the I heard a rumor that the props were bigger on the Mini 2 versus the Mini 1, but Manuel compared them side by side to us.
look
and
any bigger, yeah.
no difference.
Let's see. Is this?
The aircrafts look like identical. I mean, if you put them side to side,
And even the
one
props,
doesn't look bigger than the other.
Well, I'm sure if Johnny still watching, I'm sure he'd like.
he's in transit, I think.
No, he's already home. He said a minute ago. You see right here. He said, "Home safe with the Mini 2, no speeding ticket."
Good stuff. Good
Hey,
stuff.
Johnny, did you got the Flyboard kit now, buddy?
So we'll see what kind of answer. Motors look like the same as in the original Air.
Indigo's cracking me up. He's saying, "Don't worry, it'll still get high wind warnings."
And you know what? He's probably right.
Yeah.
He's probably right.
You know what? You know what the explanation will be? Oh well, didn't you see the news? There are now level 6 winds.
Yeah. I'm curious. Maybe the props are stiffer. One of you guys could probably answer that. Night Train.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the props are stiffer. Well, somebody should get the props out and compare the stiffness.
But John, you won't wait long. But by the end of tomorrow, after there's been thousands of Mavic Mini 2 flights or whatever, you'll know if it's better than the wind or not.
Well, and then the thing about it is by tomorrow morning there'll probably be 4.3 million Mavic Mini 2 videos uploaded.
Oh yeah.
Most of them all from a couple big YouTube channels.
I was going to say, I didn't check YouTube, but I'm surprised there's no big YouTube channels releasing their videos tonight.
I posted Billy's
Podcast, he probably already has 20 videos out by now.
I posted Billy's new video in Coast to Coast as soon as he was trying to tell me it was still processing. I was like, whatever, man.
Billy has a review supposedly. Billy Kyle. Maybe Billy.
Right.
Kyle.
He already
Did Billy get first?
It's in Coast to Coast Drones. I put the link up already.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. That's what Mike was talking about earlier.
Okay.
From Fly Zone Drones.
Oh, okay.
He had watched the video, and apparently Philly helped him out with it.
Well, the other thing, they're going live together at, I think, about 10:30 tonight, and Billy's going to talk about it.
Gotcha. Okay. See, I wasn't filled in on that.
Late breaking news, John.
Late breaking news. Gotcha.
Late breaking news. Manuel messaged me again. Yeah. Well, I still don't understand what he could do to fix that, because it's got to be on DJI's.
Oh my God, they've all gone out. Well, I see iPhone he just released his an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Switch. Yeah, some guy named Scott Nadeau. Sorry if I said your name wrong. There's buttloads of them out.
JSK Enterprise says Mikey and Billy Kyle showed it fighting the wind. So they have a video up together.
Yeah.
just put hers out too. I mean, all the big YouTubers.
Ron just said that they're going to
check
go
it
out to a night flight here in just a little bit. You said, Ron?
Ooh.
I said I think they're going to do a live show where they talk about it.
Yeah, tonight at 10:30, like in another hour.
Right, live stream.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not going to go out and fly live, but all I know is they're going to stream live from the house. But
They were live now. They were live 20 minutes ago, according to what I just checked. They're live now.
Okay.
Oh, that's why.
They're live now.
Getting these weird. Okay, anyway, well, and everybody left. We have 4 viewers, and they're all us. Everybody went, oh, Philly Mike's over there. He's going batshit crazy and screaming and yelling and pulling out his hair and cutting off his testicle hair and putting his finger in his backside and saying, "Get out his ass!" And everybody's like, "Okay, bye."
Your sister's ass.
Your sister's ass.
No,
get it right, Bill. Get it right.
No. He already hit me with the copyright warning on that earlier. So I was like, I better not say it. I better change it.
What I really want to see is, you know what I want to see, Ron? I want to see Stu's piloting of the Mavic Mini 2. I haven't gotten to see, you know, we see Billy's, you see Philly's, but Stu, we all know Stu is quite the daredevil.
Well, when Mike keeps talking about coming out here and flying with me to the beach, I would bring Stu along. He said, "Oh, Stu's coming. Stu's going to be there."
I want to meet Stu. I mean,
how about if I get video Stu for you?
He hands the controller over to Stu, and then Stu just flies like 5,000 feet.
He's part 107.
I know this guy. Stu's an amazing guy, and yet we've never seen him.
He's probably
Cuppi, check your PM again. John Cuppi, check your PM again. You know what? And I'm going to be straight up with you. Mike is such a douche, man, because he's been on here before, but you said 10:30, which I thought was really cool. But no, he's got to come on at the same time as Dono and everybody. So I was like, that's kind of. But anyway. I guess when you're as big as Philly Mike, you can shit all over everybody, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but maybe Billy dictated the schedule.
I don't think so. Billy's not like that. You know that. Billy kind of tends to ride the wave and go along with whoever, but it takes a lot to really get Billy pissed. But when Billy gets pissed, he stays pissed for a long time. And I can vouch for that. But yeah, anyway, but he's super cool, good guy. But yeah, I think it's kind of, you know, I don't know. He could have waited because I mean, me and Dono are on. Adrian's on. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to get on my usual little crowing for the night. John Cuppi pointed out something to me earlier today, and I mentioned it to Al also. And we both thought that it was a very good thing that was coming along. And I will actually let John, since he knows more about that particular area, discuss it with you a bit more now. You know what I'm speaking of, John?
No, so I put something in private chat real quick, so I wasn't totally in tune there.
The FPV lawsuit.
Oh, the lawsuit, right. So the owner of Race Day Quads, Tyler Brennan, is suing the FAA to help try to protect the FPV hobby and really, honestly, the hobby as a whole.
Wow. I was telling Bill that's going to cost a lot of spidones.
It's going to cost a lot of money, absolutely. Obviously, he's asking for support in the fight from anyone who, you know, can do it. Race Day Quads has been around for quite some time. Obviously, I would say if you need parts, if you need FPV parts, go to Race Day Quads, get some stuff. You know, I use their site all the time anyway, so it's
right. That's where I got my analog goggles, my digital goggles, not analog, my digital.
Well, yeah, big shout out to Race Day Quads. That should be the #1 store to buy from if you need some stuff in your stateside. What
is their angle for the lawsuit?
So I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video, so I can't say what exactly their angle is. I just know that they are going after them.
I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna.
The video's up on Barbell's channel if you guys want to see more about it. I didn't get a chance to watch the full thing fully. I wish I did, because then I'll be able to say more about it.
Very cool. You guys see where Japan has banned DJI drones now?
Oh wow!
No, as a matter of fact, I did not see that. That's very easy.
Is it the enterprise drones or is it all drones? Consumer level.
Who here in the chat would like to get a license to drone hacks?
Right.
Please enter in the chat. Say, I want into drone hacks. I guess.
I'll take a freebie. I love freebies.
Yeah. Is that what you, Kenneth? I don't care. What do you want? It's tough watching 3 shows right now. You're so fucking funny. You're
Yeah,
so
right.
fucking funny.
He's a good juggler.
Oh. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But yes, but thank you, Ray. Thank you that you are juggling us amongst your shows.
I had a feeling when I said hi to him, he didn't respond. He was doing that. It's all good.
Really, like, where are you doing? What are you doing? He's over there playing. I'm not gonna lie, the Mini 2 is kind of compelling. What? Ryan's actually interested in the Mini 2? I'm shocked. I mean, this man bleeds FPV.
Yeah, see, like, I'm with Capture Lab Connections. The only way I'm probably going to get a Mini 2 is if the FAA ends up laying down some crazy rules and we have to stick to them. But here's what I think, and I could be wrong, but you guys could, weigh in on this. I think that in due time, the 250 gram limit is not going to be relevant for us here in the United States. I think that they're just going to say, screw it. You know what? All the drones, anything that flies. Yeah, I guess Al is with me on that one. He thinks.
Yeah, I completely agree with that one.
And we're gonna have a grace period anyway to deal with this remote ID stuff. For me,
well, weren't they pushing that for the remote ID? Weren't they pushing it for it to come out this December?
Yeah, but we're
beginning of this year.
Yeah, but not everyone needs to comply with remote ID immediately. They're going to set the rules, but not everyone will need to comply with it immediately. There's supposed to be a year or two's grace period. I don't know what they're going to end up deciding. If there is no grace period and they just decide to say, you guys are all screwed.
Oh, wait. Okay, so
let them do that. Let them do that.
Here's the thing. So we have 19 people here. He wants to give away. He's wanting me to pick a number. What's the number supposed to be between?
Can the panel get involved?
Are these guys eligible? Otherwise, because I was going to put it in the private chat, that way they would know what the number was, and it wouldn't be like I was biased.
Bill Kenneth was also saying to me, maybe we could ask a question related to drone therapy, maybe somebody would know, and whoever got the answer first could get it. Maybe we could do it like that.
We won't be able to give it away tonight. I don't think anybody has great knowledge of drone therapy trivia.
Well, they might know. I mean,
yeah, right.
I'm trying to think.
Kenneth just said small number.
It's like, Anyone? I don't know. Maybe GTI knows something. Oh, okay. So Johnny's back now. I'm sure he would. I don't know. Johnny, have you plugged it in? Have you charged it up yet? Have you turned the app on? Is it telling you that you got to wait till tomorrow? Manuel was telling us that he can't do shit with his.
Oh man, that's sad. That's sad for him. I hope they get that resolved for him.
Well, I don't know. It may be that it won't run till tomorrow because a lot of people, of course, there's a lot of people that are going to be flying the damn things tonight. But where Billy is hanging out with Mike, and his was on the beta software. His is flying.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes
there
sense.
wasn't an issue with that. But
I thought he might have gotten his through DroneWorks, but he actually had his sent from DJI.
What I'm trying to say is, what number should I go between 1 and 100? Should I go between 1 and 10, 1 and 25, 1 and 75, 1 and 50? Hey, look, your friend's here. Your friend's
Chuck.
here.
Hey, Chuck, how you doing?
He's late. You only have to give up one testicle for being late.
How many testicles do you have to give up for juggling 3 shows at once?
Oh, we got to split 1 and 2, make it hurt really bad. Oh, but a number between 1 and 5. Shit, they all gonna guess the same thing. We got 18 people here. That we're gonna have 3 or 4 overlaps. So how you gonna do it then? How about I got this? How about this? We're gonna have a number between 1 and 18.
All right.
How about that? We got 18 people here. We'll say a number between 1 and 18. And no, I'm going to tell you when I'm going to start. I'm not going to start yet. I'm going to wait we're going to start in 25 seconds. So talk about something for 20, and I will tell you, I'll actually count it down. I'll say 10, 9. And when I get to 0, y'all can start putting numbers in. I got to write down. I want to write down the number 1 and 18. All right. I know a number. Not yet. Don't guess numbers yet.
Al, where do you see the future of commercial with drones going?
I don't think in terms of the small drone flyers like myself, probably going to get knocked out of the sky if they're going to do all these deliveries. I don't see it being too prosperous or any, I don't know, gets life further when we get to that point. I don't know.
Do you think do you think drone delivery is really going to actually happen? Like, is it going to be a thing on a mass scale?
I don't think it's going to happen right away. I think it's going to happen probably in rural areas where
that makes sense,
not in dense cities.
How did they convince big businesses that it was going to be profitable?
You know, I hear that about the rural areas all the time, and I totally understand that. But the funny thing is, the rural areas are the ones that are farthest away from an Amazon warehouse.
10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, enter your guesses between 1 and 18 now. You have 1 minute. Okay, they've got. Okay, you still have 50 seconds. Ooh, Johnny Garrett, 213s already. 40 seconds remaining. Hey, Steve! What's up, Steve? Good to see you, buddy. Are you going to buy a Mini 2 Steve Coops?
Ooh, very interesting. I would love to hear his thoughts.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting conversation. We have 20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining. Hey, he ordered one. He ordered one. Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool. He wanted that 4K. I got a feeling.
I'm sure it's going to be a popular star.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I saw it. Where did it go? Somebody had guessed it. I saw it. Where's it at?
-5.
I saw it. Where is it?
-5.
Where did it? Right here. AZ Drone Dude with 16. Can you please hook up with? How would you going to do that? I guess that. Where did he go? Is he still here? Where did Kenneth go? Is he here? Kenneth.
I think he's here.
Yeah, there he is. Kenneth McNutt will help you out and get you going and put that up with you.
That was cool.
Hey,
thanks so much.
Yeah, so AZ Drone Dude with the number 16. AZ Drone Dude was the winner, or the one that guessed 16, because somebody else, it's not me giving it away. He just happens to be giving it away on the channel. So can't get mad at me. I didn't do nothing. I'm not getting it.
That's true. We take no responsibility for this giveaway. Even though
exactly.
Your drone crashes.
Yeah.
That is a concern, actually, when you hack your drone.
That's the whole point of it being called hacks. If you're going to hack it, you got a chance of it crashing.
I'm sure all the necessary disclaimers are there. I'm sure all necessary disclaimers are on the website.
Wait a minute. 17 will get you 20. Oh, yeah, your lucky night. Did you win something else tonight? Or did you get a Mavic Mini 2? Why do I keep saying Mavic Mini 2? I feel like I'm at a broken record.
In fact, Bill, I think that they get rid of the Mavic thing. It's just Mini 2.
I know. I keep,
Mini 2.
It's just like the Pocket 2. It's no longer.
We'll never stop saying Mavic Mini 2 or whatever.
Because it is a Mavic. It'll always be the Mavic to us.
Yeah, they went to all the trouble to make it look like a Mavic, and then they dropped the name after one generation. Well, who does the marketing over there, John?
I don't know. But you know what, Ron? So many people don't say it right anyway. You know how many people just say Maverick? They can't even say it right. So maybe that was
okay. It took me a minute. I finally caught up. See, okay, 17 will get you 20. 18 will get you off. I get it. It took me a while. To catch up.
Oh, gosh.
It took me a while to get it.
Oh, boy.
Finally, thank you.
Thank you and good night. That concludes drone therapy for the night.
Actually, I don't think I have his info. I don't know how I would go about. Okay, so AZ Drone Dude, apparently Kenneth McNutt, as you can see up here, Kenneth McNutt. Let me highlight his name so that you know. Kenneth McNutt is the gentleman that would have your Drone Hacks license or key or whatever. So please get up with him. And Kenneth, it's AZ Drone Dude. You all subscribe to each other's channel or get your emails off each other's channel so that you all can get that taken care of.
Yeah, and he's on Facebook too. So you should be able to reach him on there too if you're on Facebook.
AZ's on.
Oh no, I'm not. Kenneth is on Facebook.
Yeah, Kenneth is on Facebook, but I don't know if AZ. Do you know AZ, Ron?
I don't know the best way to get a hold of him. He's a great guy. He sent me. He 3D printed a great tablet holder for the Air 2 for me or whatever. I use it all the time. Oh, congratulations, Ray Kelly. He just got his iPad Mini 5 today. He's a big fan of the Philly and Ron show, and it's the official tablet of our show. So Ray's got one, and I think Ray's going to get the Mini 2 for Christmas, so he can use it on the Mini 2 and the Air 2.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, Ron, I recently tried my Mini 4, and I don't have a lot of stuff on my Mini 4. It's very, very plain, and I had a good experience flying the Air 2 with the Mini 4. I didn't have any problems.
Good. I can fly the Mini. I can fly the Mini with the Mini 4 just to see what people might want to do. And Marcus, they want to like screen record, fly, go live. They want to do all these multiple things at one time, and that's where the Mini 4 falls short. You need the 5. But if you're just using it, just the app, just to fly your drone, you'll probably be okay, John.
Yeah, we're great. I had no problems at all. So which is great because I'm glad I can use my Mini 4.
Yeah.
Get a little
Marcus, there you got it.
Multitasking.
Yeah, Marcus is there. It is, Kenneth.
I will talk off your house
right here. But you know what's funny? Marcus and I were talking last night, right? And he's like, I think I'm just going to pre-order it and I'm going to go pick it up the next day. I was like, wait a minute. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'd be 6 p.m. for you. And he's like, oh, yeah.
I live in the past.
Oh, okay. I sent AZ Drone Dude, I put your channel link in here. Kenneth wanted your channel link. He's got your channel link, and you will get in touch with you. But thank you very much. I will probably email you and see what you're up to about maybe being a guest on the show in the future since you sent your information to me now.
I can't believe all these guys got it. And Best Buy over here would not let me walk out the door with the one they had.
They jerked you around twice. Now, wait a minute. Maybe you were probably about the 5th or 6th guy they'd done that to.
Well, the first store I went to kind of gave you the rolling eyes when I was asking them. Yeah. Like, here we go again, like you've been through it. So maybe that was the reason. But yeah, I thought I was going to get it and walk out the door in a second.
Even more stirred up is if you show up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I'll be pissed.
5 guys standing outside going, oh, damn, I got the only Mini 2 they got.
It's kind of weird. They said they only had one. You would think they had more.
Well, yeah. This is, and that's what I'm saying. What if there's like 5 or 6 guys that they've done that to today, and then everybody's standing outside at 9:45 a.m. and the Best Buy guy comes in, and he's like looking at his camera, like elbowing the guy, going, "Look."
You better call 911.
Ray Kelly in this. I was in the shade. I made sure to keep the Mini out of the sun. It also wasn't a very hot day outside. I had problems though with my phone and that Mini 4 with the Mavic Pro 1 if it got hot. It throttles back to CPU. So yeah, I think you would probably have that issue with the iPad Mini 5 too. I mean, the sun beating down on it, it's gonna throttle back the processor. So of course you might better off with the Mini 5.
What's the nits on the brightness? The nits, is it pretty high? Is it 1200 or 1000?
Oh God!
I don't think it's that range because even like the high end phones from Apple are only like 1200. So I'm sure the Mini's not even close. I'm just guessing the Mini probably tops out at 800 or something like that. But we're not. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to fly in the sunlight, you need a smart control or whatever. Yeah. But a lot of us, I fly a lot at sunrise, sunset, or whatever. I just stay in the shady spot, and the Mini looks great.
Yep.
But Al, you being a Part 107, you got to go to a pro job in the middle of the day. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You need to be able to see the screen.
I love the smart controller. It does great for me. It's a great tool to have.
See, that's
You're up and in the air quickly.
Another reason for the Mini too.
And Al, the smart controller, I don't know if you realize this, the smart controller can get video out from those DJI FPV goggles. It's the only device that can get video out from those damn things.
Yep. Through HDMI.
Yep, it doesn't. Yep. And you know what's sad? DJI, for some reason, so badly does not want anyone to be able to get HDMI out. Somebody came up with a hack. To get video out, and DJI bought him out. Yep. They actually bought the hole or the exploit or whatever from him because they didn't want him putting it on the market. Yep. And they gave him DJI goggles too to give away, like 5 of them or something on his channel as well. Yeah, they paid him an untold amount of money to not release the method, not put the device out, and made it go away. So they really don't want anybody getting video out from those goggles for whatever reason. I would love to know why. Many people would really love to know why.
Fly Zone Drone Quadcopters is telling Marcus that he saw a video and the Mini 2 has new motors. He's saying
he's talking about the video. You're talking about Billy's video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike, is that what you're talking about?
I've got a good amount of videos to watch after we're done here.
Mike? By tomorrow.
Catch up.
More. Hey, Dennis, good to see you, sir.
Hey, Dave.
There you go.
He lives very close to me, apparently.
You all, the people who are just coming in late, just missed out. We actually gave away. Did you give away 1 or 2, Kenneth?
We gave one to me. I got one.
Nice.
I thought, man, but the thing about it is I've had, he's given it to me before, and every time I've said, do you want one before? You're like, yeah. And you never, now you actually took one. How many times this particular Kenneth has offered for me to give them away? Tons of times.
Got a lot of great video stuff for sure.
Maybe we'll be giving more away more in the future, and John will be firsthand trying it out, and he's going to get in with that. So yes, and Mike was saying the video he saw was Billy and Mike doing the video, showing how it resisted the wind and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Very, very cool. All right, you know what, guys?
Comment on.
Guys, it's been a great chat, but I got to get going. I'm probably going to reheat this dinner here.
Oh, what? You're going to actually leave now, man?
Yes.
What time is it? Oh, well, it's almost 7 o'clock anyway.
And John's got to get over there the Philly and Billy stream to check out the Mini.
Do what now? He's going to join. Oh, okay. So he's going to leave this one. Then he's going to go get on the stream with Philly and with Billy and Philly and check out the Mini.
Billy and Philly, I like that. That's a good ring to it.
Billy and Philly.
Hey, I hope back to the show, then I can get my
wait. Billy, Philly, and Ron.
No, Billy can take my spot for a while. I'll go on winter vacation.
There you go.
Billy, Philly, and Ron. Sounds like a sandwich you can order on the corner.
Occasionally, Ron.
No, did you hear me? Billy, Philly, and Ron. It's a sandwich you can order on the corner.
Ooh, call it the Philly special.
The Billy, Philly, and Ron club sandwich to go. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna follow John out the door too. Here, I'm gonna got things. I'm taking a little 1-day getaway trip tomorrow to Delaware again, so I'm gonna pack up a little. You're gonna go visit Joe. Okay, I get you. But anyway, yeah, I think it's a good point for all of us to kind of wind it up. We've been on an hour and a half. It kind of blew by a lot quicker than I thought it was. I thought we'd only been on like 30 minutes, and then John's like, I'm leaving. And then Ron's like, and then I looked down and I was like, holy cow, it's almost 7 o'clock. So usually we stay until right at 7 anyway, but I kind of want to chill out too. And I know everybody else is kind of winding down. And I know the new guys want to, good to see you. Hey, Steve, I want to get you on in the future. I will email you. So you're getting yours. I'll talk about the Mini 2, and we're going to get Steve Coots back on very soon. I will email you, my friend. So first off, and then I will let everybody say their good evenings. I will let Mr. Al Diaz, our special guest, who we really didn't get in depth with tonight. We really did a color like I was kind of.
We need to get Al back on again.
Exactly. I was going to invite Al back on again in the future. But first off, we will let Al say his good evenings and anything else.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Bill, for having me on your show. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to everybody out in the chat. It was great talking to John and Ron, meeting those guys and talking to them live. And I hope to be back one day again.
Thank you, sir. And I'm going to roll it over to John.
Guys, it's been a great chat. Al, it was great meeting you and being on with you. Definitely want to see more from you and have you come back on the show again. It's great hearing from someone as a Part 107 pilot. Always good to hear. Yeah, with that being said, I'm going to be getting off of here and eating some dinner. And you guys take care.
See you next week. Ron!
Yes.
Thank you, John. Enjoy that dinner. And I want to echo, John, it was great to be on, finally meet Al Diaz. Again, I've said this before, I've loved his channel and his work, for a couple of years now. So I look forward to him coming on again. We can get some in-depth talk on like the Altel Evo 2 Pro, since I don't have a lot of guys to talk about that with. So that'll be great. And I want to thank Bill for putting on a good show. I know it was a crazy night with an E2 breaking in the middle of the show when all this news going on. So, it was a hectic night, but Bill did another great show. And hopefully we'll be back next week with another winner. So, Bill, take us away.
That's
I'll
right.
be honest with you. You know what I think it's about time for? What's it going to be? We're heading into November, and we're getting about the time. It's about time for us to come up with a Black Friday show. What do you think, guys? Let's get some deals and stuff together for next week. Let's call it a Black Friday preview show.
There we go. There we go.
All right. So please, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm hoping there's at least one lady in the audience, maybe Crystal if we're lucky, and she's just telling me, get off the phone. So anyway. So please drag your friends next week for our Black Friday preview special. With that being said, live long and prosper. Peace.